We'll just recap.
Started.
Okay. So yeah, Tapas, you were asking some. So first thing I want to know is, did we understand last class? And did you go through it? And did you have any doubts? Because anyway, we'll do a recap, but we'll just first cover the doubts and then do a quick recap.
Yes, sir. Actually, my doubt is related to that samasa which you have posted in the notes, sir.
Hmm. Hmm.
So there was this what was that? Shriya Itam. Yeah.
Right.
Shriya Itam. Shritam.
Hmm.
So, sir, why can't we have the reference, the template as Nakha? I thought it was Nakha, but you have made it Rama Nihataha. What is the
Correct.
difference, sir?
Difference is Nakha Bhinnaha is coming under the other. I'll show the Kanika one second. We'll go through that. We are looking at Tritiya Samasas, can be of 4. Of course, it is not Hetu Gunavachana. So you are looking at second point, Karta or Karana with Karmani participles. This is that
Sir,
case,
are you
right?
sharing? Sir, are you
Huh?
sharing the screen, sir? So
Yeah,
are
I'm
you
sharing.
presenting?
So I'll have to share one second. Share screen. Now shared, yeah. Visible?
It's loading, sir. Yes, sir, visible, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir, it is visible.
looking at the second point, and I think that's clear, right? That it is a Karta / Karana with Karmani participle. That part is clear. Right? Within that, you're asking why is it Ramanihata, not Nakabinna, correct?
Yes, sir. Why is it Rama Nihata and not
Okay. Now
Nakha?
the order examples are given here is Karta or Karana with Karmani participles. That is third Nyat Shanach. So Rama Nihataha I've taken as Karta, Karta with Karmani participle. Nakabinnam is Karana with Karmani participle. Now in Shriya Itam Ramam, Shri is doing that activity of obtaining Rama. So Shri is the Karta.
Oh, okay. Acha, karta. Okay, understood, sir. Okay, sir, got it. Got the difference, sir.
Yeah. Karana would be Nakabinam, where using Nakha, somebody did the Bhedanam. Okay, that is Nakha is the instrument. Here Shri is not the instrument. Shri is herself the Karta doing the obtainment.
Okay, sir.
Right. Okay. Okay. Any other questions, anyone?
The same.
Because this was not a question from the last class. This was question from the
From
last
the
Saturday
note,
verse. Yeah.
but samasa related, so.
Samasa related, correct. Anything from the last class itself? Introduction to Samasas?
Sir, only I think I have discussed with you, only if there is a Bahuvachana, how do we handle it?
Correct. So that is okay. That is a point which we missed last class. Thanks for bringing up. So the question here was, since we are taking Pratipadikam only, the first point, right? I said only Pratipadikams are to be joined to form a coin a samasa. So how do we know after you coin a samasa? How do you know whether the Pratipadikam is in Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, or Bahuvachanam? It's a very you can say normal question that comes to everybody's mind who is learning samasas, right? Because if it was not Pratipadikam, if the Vibhakti form itself is coming in Samasa, then we know from the Vibhakti form what is the Vachanam. Otherwise, how do you know? For example, if you have Samasa like Purushottamaha, it is like Purusha and Uttamaha. How do you know? But of course, people say it expands to Purusheshu Uttamaha. And it's not Purushe. I mean, how do you know it's not Purushe and Purusheshu? How do you know the Vachanam? If you say Kamala Nayanaha, then the Vigraha Vakyam says Kamale Iva Nayane SS. How do you know it's Divachanam? The compound does not tell you what is the Vachanam, right? Anyone knows the answer?
Context only we need to
Yeah.
understand it.
Correct. So you actually see what Vigraha Vakya makes sense. Sometimes like Kamala Nayana, it's very clear. One whose eyes is like lotus. Of course, you have to say one whose eyes, not like one eye, right? He'll have two eyes. So you'll have to put the Dvivachanam. Purushottamaha, you'll have to put Bhuvachanam. One who is Uttama amongst Purushas. There, Purushe Uttama doesn't make sense, right? So the Vigraha Vakyam, what makes sense in the Vigraha Vakyam, that Vachanam we have to use. It is not available in the compound itself. Then I was actually explaining Ushad, right? Where only there are only two words in Sanskritam where in compound itself the word is entering differently because of the Vachana. Anyone knows which two words these are?
Sir, Asmat and Asmat.
Asmat and Yushmat.
Asmat and Yushmat.
Correct. So correct answer. Hope others also got it. Asmat and Yushmat are the two Pratipadigams where in Samasa you change it to Mat and Twat if it is singular, and if it is not singular, you change it to Asmat Yushmat. Ekavachanam, another one is not Ekavachanam. So it means Dvivachanam onwards, Dvivachanam and Bahuvachanam will be Asmat Yushmat, only Ekavachanam, Mat and Twat. So that is one Pratipadigam, in fact two Pratipadigams in Sanskritam, which has a different form in a Samasa to indicate the Vachanam. No other Pratipadigam has any indication of Vachanam. So this was one point which I missed last time, so covered it now. Clear this one, everyone?
So just those two.
Yes, sir.
Just those two. The best of my knowledge so far, yes, that's those two only.
I didn't understand Tapaswini's question and the answer you gave.
For the Nakabinna part, is it?
Yeah, yeah, those two.
Yeah, so you are asking what is the Shriya Itam. Shritam, we encountered a Samasa called Shritam, right?
Okay.
In the Saturday verse, Shritam, right?
Okay.
Remember that verse? Shritam. Vandeham tam devam Shritam.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So that compound Shritam we said is Tritiya Tatpurusha, Shriya Itam. Now within Tritiya Tatpurusha, which of these four? That's a question. It is Karta or Karana with participle, and then she said it will be Nakabinnam template. I changed it to Ramananihata. That's the question. Why is it Ramanihata template and not Nakabinna template?
Okay.
The answer is Ramanihata is Karta with Titanta, Nakabinna is Karana with Titanta.
I see.
In Shriya Itam, Shri is not the Karanam, she is the Karta.
Okay.
So it is Shritam will be of the template Ramanihata.
Got it.
Okay. So that is also clear. This also no. Any other question that one?
Sir, this Ekavachana, Bahuvachana, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
So my question is related to Bahuvrihi. Should I ask now or will you be covering it later, sir?
But if
I
it is
think we
related to
covered
Ekavachana, yeah, if it is Ekavachana, Bahuvachana, I mean, if it is related to that point, you can ask, because the point is simple. Any beat, whatever is a Vachanam, in compound, it enters only Pratipadikam enters, and Vachanam is up to us to guess. That is is it related to that? Then you can ask.
Yes, sir.
Go
So
ahead.
I just want to confirm that it is related to guess. So, supposing we have a samasa like Dhrita Pushpa.
Correct.
Dhrita Pushpa. So I can say Dhritam Pushpam Yayasa or Dhritani Pushpani Yayasa. Both
Correct.
are
will be Dhritam.
allowed, isn't it? So it's
right. When both are allowed and both leads to same samasa.
Same samasa. So Shvetam Ambagam Yasya Saha or Shvetani Ambagani Yasya Saha.
Correct. So this is back to that same explanation I gave. So like Purushottama, same explanation. Look at the Vigraha Vakyam and see what makes sense. Sometimes the Vigraha Vakyam itself, independent of the context, Vigraha Vakyam itself, you will be clear, the sense will be clear. Sometimes you have to look at the context. Where is the samasa used in a sentence? The context will make it clear sometimes as to how many of them are there. Okay?
Okay.
But
And so
there's no way
one more question. So sometimes, sir, the vibhakti also, if we give a different, like say datta dhanaha. So I can say dattam dhanam yena saha or dattam dhanam yasmai saha. both seem to match both seem to lead to the same Samastapadam.
Same sound.
So again,
Correct.
is it the context
Again,
that
context.
we understand?
Yes, again, context. Correct. Because
Okay.
in one case, Dattadana is the person who's giving. In
Huh.
other case, Dattadana is a person receiving, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the context will tell you who is the Datta. So the Samasa is
Right.
again back to the same Samasa. Correct. So one thing we find is we have got this 40 odd templates. That's the session, today's session. We're going to look at those 40 odd templates. Now, there are 40 odd templates which tells you that you can compound two words, Purvapadam with Uttarapadam. But finally, when you form the compound, it's always Purvapadam, Pratipadikam, Uttarapadam, Pratipadikam combined. So now you can imagine with 40 templates and just the same rule of Purvapadam, Uttarapadam, you can see that there's no uniqueness. Given a Purvapadam followed by Uttarapadam, it is highly possible that it maps to some 3 or 4 templates, right? It's not necessarily that every time you encounter A, B, two words compounded, it's not necessary that you figure out the exact template amongst the 45, correct? It can't be. You'll see 2-3 templates matching. Why? Because of the numerous templates available, but only A, B getting compounded. All of you appreciate this? This is another aspect which I missed last time. It's not 1:1. It's not like every template will give you a unique combination of samasa from which you can recover back the template.
So the other way to put it would be like, if I have a samasa, it could match multiple templates.
Templates.
Okay.
Correct. Because templates are, as you see, templates are very broad. It says adjective followed by noun. It says noun and noun. It says, so it's of this nature. So you know that you don't have many. I mean, it's just adjective, noun, and some parts. So there are only 3-4 types. Now, how many? If you have 45, of course, there are so many things going to repeat.
Got it.
So, for example, it's like upamana uttarapadam. What is upamana uttarapadam? Which means there is a purvapadam and there is a uttarapadam which is a upama to it. Of course, if the purvapadam it will have to be a noun and upama will have to be another noun, because noun has a noun as a upama. So you have upamana uttarapadam will be 2 nouns. Now there are so many templates having 2 nouns. Even for example, madhyama badalopi samasa will have 2 nouns. Right? So looking at the end compound of 2 nouns, which of the template, it's highly possible that you will have multiple. Most likely it'll come to 2 or 3, right? If you have 45 templates, you have a samasa, you look at the samasa and then it will match some 2 or 3 templates, and then you rule out certain things based on the context and take only the one that is matching the context. Sometimes people play with this, poets play with this, right? Where you don't rule out both. In one paksha, you apply one template, in another paksha, another template, and you get a slesha. You get 2 meanings. So that's how poets create meanings with slesha alankara. Multiple meanings are coming because he's saying interpreted in a different way. So this is giving a rise to poets to make slesha alankara. Okay. So with that, I assume all last class doubts are clear. So we'll just do a quick recap of last class in just 2 minutes. So what are the we did an intro of samasa. What did we say? Samasa made up of 2 words combined together, and you're coining a new word. It's one of the vrittis. Vritti is, what is a vritti? Vritti is a way in which Sanskritam allows you to coin new word. And there are 4 vrittis. What are they? Quickly.
Krut, Taddita, Samasa and Dhatu.
Krit, Taddita, Samasa, Dhatu. Right? Very good. So Krit vritti tells you how starting from a verb you can create a lot of words. Taddita vritti says already you have a pratipadikam and then you're creating a new pratipadikam. Samasa vritti says 2 pratipadikams combined, you're forming a new pratipadikam. Dhatu vritti says you can create a dhatu, either from a dhatu or from a pratipadikam. So these are the 4 ways. Samasa is one of them. So that's how we started. Then we said samasa, when you coin, you actually take it actually has to have 2 padams, not minimum, in fact exactly 2 padams, but for one template called dvandva samasa, which we'll come to. But for dvandva samasa, every other samasa will have to have 2 words exactly. Okay, it always has purvapadam, uttarapadam. and Purvapadam combines with Uttarapadam. And together it gives you a meaning. The meaning is related to what is Purvapadam and what is Uttarapadam and the relationship they share. So together it gives you another word which is having its own meaning, but that meaning is somehow related to the two words' meaning and their relationship. Now, depending on the template which you're going to see today, we will understand clearly what are the two words that can be compounded. You can't just compound any two words. Only those two words can be compounded where they fit a template, and a template will be of the form saying, for example, it says adjective followed by a noun. That's a template which is called Visheshna Purvapada Karmadharya, which means an adjective can be the Purvapadam of an Uttarapadam, which is its Visheshyam, and together you can compound into one word. And this word has, what is the meaning of this word? This word means the Uttarapadam. Right? It just still means Uttarapadam syntactically in a sentence, semantically in a sentence. These two words get combined and the meaning still remains Uttarapadam, just that Uttarapadam is qualified further with the Purvapadam. Okay, but then what did we say? Only Pratipadikams can enter, and this is how you form. Then you can only form where templates are there. And then since you're coining a new word, remember, a new word, when you coin, it can result in again a new type of a word. And what are types of words? It can be a noun, it can be an adjective, it can be an ambient. You can get three possible results. Every time you compound, you're creating a new word, you have to look out for what is the yield, what is output? Is it noun, adjective, or avyam? If it is a noun, the next question, what is the lingam? Because you're coined a new word, you should know what the lingam of it. You have to establish a lingam, right? Otherwise, existing words, like if I ask you what is the lingam of vriksha, you can go to dictionary, look at vriksha and say it is pullinga. But if you have coined your own word, you better know what is that you coined, right? You should know what is the lingam of it. How do you know it? Each template will tell you what is the output lingam. Okay. Likewise, each template will tell you what is the, even whether it's a noun, adjective, or avyam, what are you going to get as output? And if it is a noun, what is the lingam you're going to get? So these properties of Pratipadikam gets decided because the template you have used. Is this also clear, this property?
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Perfect, right? Now, next. Therefore, I also ended up saying the mindset of beginners and even people who are into it is always that they get carried away by the fact that if they don't look at, they coined a new word, they always look at the last word and think that is what is going to drive the Vibhakti table. Again, let me repeat, that is not going to drive the Vibhakti table. Last word is now no more relevant in the samasa. You start with that. Of course, there are some templates which will tell you the last. That's fine. That's template basis. But you have to be clear in your mind that I have coined a new word. Now, its Vibhakti table now depends on whether I've created a noun or an adjective or an avyam. If it is noun, what is its lingam? If it is adjective, then of course it can take all the three lingams. Then the question comes, if it is three lingam, should I take R, E? And then look at the table accordingly. Okay. This is also what we finished. So this is recap of the intro. Now, going ahead, samasa study will be complete because in intro we ended up saying that what is left now for us to understand is what are those 40 templates, 40 odd templates, which will only using which you can form compounds or not with anything else. And second, whenever you read a template, because we already discussed now, whenever you read a template, you have to ask the question, when you say I've understood the template, right? What do you mean you understood a template? One, you understood what is the Purvapadam and Uttarapadam and what their relationship is and what is the output meaning. But that's where people stop, but that's not it. You have to always ask the question, have I understood a template means, have I understood the nature of Purvapadam, Uttarapadam and the relationship and the yield? Have I understood what type of output will come? Is it noun, adjective or avyam? Have I understood the lingam of the noun? Have I understood if it is adjective, whether R, E will come? All this, for each template, you would ask the question. And these are all properties of that, right? Every time you learn a template, you have to make note of these also. So we are set now to look at templates, right? Are we clear? Can we start looking at templates now?
Yes, Mother.
Great. Now, before we look at actual templates, Again, let me classify the how the grammarians have classified the samasas, right? While like last time, I'll just say, so you have samasas, and then it's classified into 4 types, right? And what are they? To start with, first one is tatpurusha. Second one is, let me look, I'll write it in the order in which I'm going to do. Tatpurusha samasa will be followed by bahuvrihi. I'll put that same order then. Bahuvrihi, and then followed by avibhava and then dvandva. So I'll put that. Doesn't matter what the order is, right? There's no fixed rule. Dvandva. Are we clear? The 4 types of samasas, the 4 classifications. I mean, when I say are we clear, you of course you don't know the templates, but are you clear about the 4 names? Tatpurusha, bahuvrihi, avyabhava, and dvandva. Fine.
Yes, Madhya.
Right. Now, all the 40 templates I told you, 45 templates or something, is going to be part of this. It will be either part of Tatpurusha, Bahuvrihi, or Avya, Dvandva. Now, there are sub-classifications, which are many in Tatpurusha. In Bahuvrihi, you will not have many, but Tatpurusha has many sub-classifications and further sub-classifications also. Whereas other things are not that much. Okay, but at a high level, you understand this, and then we will go one by one. So, as we do templates, we will highlight the sub classification here. So let's start. First thing we see is Tatpurusha. What is the Tatpurusha compound? Tatpurusha compound, what comes under Tatpurusha? Basically 2 words that are related by vibhakti. Okay, that's how it starts.
Mahodaya,
And then, yeah,
Mahodaya,
go
before you
ahead.
start Tatpurusha, why is it called Tatpurusha? Is there any
Okay, why? There's no reason why each of them has the name, but the name itself is actually giving a template. Like, for example, remember in Bahuvrihi, I say this is Dirgha Bahu template, right?
yes.
Now, the word Bahuvrihi itself is actually such a name. The word Bahuvrihi itself, Yasya Bahavaha Vrihayaha Santi, who has a lot of Vrihis. So the word Bahuvrihi itself is Dirgha Bahu template. Okay. And that's how they are named. So Bahuvrihi name is come as a template name. Okay. And Tat Purusha is like again same. Saha Purushaha Tat Purusha. Okay, it's like saying he is that man, or that man, right? If you want to say that man, you compound, you get Tat Purusha.
Okay.
So what they have done is the name of the compound in Tatpurusha and Bahuvrihi and Dvigu seem to be taken from a sample template, whereas in Avibhava, it's just the name of the word Avibhava is coming because of the yield. What is the output? The output is becoming an Avya, so Avibhava. Dvandva, actually, the name is telling you what is happening between the 2 words. Dvandva just says it's a combination of A and B. So the names are sometimes explanatory of what the output is, or sometimes it's an example of template. That's the reason. Okay.
Okay.
Right. First thing we're going to look at is the
Sorry, what is Vrihi means? What does Vrihi mean?
Vihina, paddy or rice.
Oh.
One who has a lot of rice. Yeah, basically indicating wealthy person.
Okay. Thank you.
Bahudhanya, like Bahudhanya, you have Bahuvrihi.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Tatpurusha, what I'll do is I'll quickly go with we'll cover the entire gamut of the various sub-classifications, right? We'll do that first and then get into each one by one. So, and I'll use the Kanika itself. And Kanika is anyway available for you. Anyway, if it's the latest version, I'll again share it. So you can all read this Kanika offline also. Samasa Kanika, I'll just go through. The first Kanika says, Pratipadika nam eva antarbhavanam. Samasta padam cannot indicate vachanam of its constituent words except for the words. This is what we did already. And only that's the first point. Okay, it starts with a generic observation that only pratipadikams can be there, and the fact that vachanam can't be indicated, but for the two words. Okay, next starts the Tatpurusha Samasa with Vibhakti Sambandha. So if the two words have a Vibhakti relationship, that Tatpurusha, which is called Vibhakti Tatpurusha, I think that's what they call it. You can look at your textbooks if you're reading, right? What name actually they're given. I think it's called Vibhakti Tatpurusha, and then within that you have Dvitiya, Tritiya. If the Sambandha is Dvitiya, then it is called Dvitiya Tatpurusha. Then you have Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti. Shashti is no Kanika here because I'll tell you that why there is no Kanika. Then there is Saptami. So all these are called, coming here, you get Vibhakti Tatpurusha.
In
So
textbook, it is called Samanyaha Saptadaha.
Samanyaha Saptadaha. It's called Samanya Tatpurusha, is it?
Yes.
Okay, fine. It is based on the Vibhakti. So you can remember this Vibhakti and then say Samanya. Whatever textbook name you can use. Yeah, Samanya Tatpurusha. Fine. We'll quickly run through all the types and then come and see what each of them are. Okay, what is the next type within Tatpurusha? What can we have? There is a Ekadesha. So it's called Ekadeshi Tatpurusha, or in some books they write it as Prathama Tatpurusha also. So I will call it as Ekadesha or Ekadeshi. Also called Prathama Tatpurusha in some books. I like the name Ekadesha rather than Prathama. I'll tell you also why.
So is this different from Ekashesha?
Yeah, that's different from Ekashesha. Ekashesha comes within Dvandva.
Oh, it comes within Dvandva. Okay, sir. Yeah, correct.
Okay, what is Ekadesha Masa? It's simple. Ekadesha means, Ekadesha is, as the name suggests, it means a portion. One portion of some huge thing. There is one big entity and there's one portion of the entity. Now, what are the words used to refer to a portion of an entity? There are many words, right, to refer to portion. You can say the front part, you can say the rear part, the top part, bottom part, middle part, half part, like that. So amongst all these words that listed here, Purva, Apara, Adhara, Uttara, Ardha, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Purva, Apara, Adhara, Uttara, Ardha. These are the exact 5 words which indicates 5 different parts of an entity. If you get any of these and then you want to refer to, for example, in this Ekadeshi, right? Purva Kayaha means Kayasya Purvam Bhagaha, right? The front part of anything, of a Kaya, if you want to take, the Samasa is Purva Kayaha. Okay, why is it a separate name? Because normally it expands to what? Purvakaya is what? Kayasya Purvam. But Kayasya Purvam, normally Shashti Tatpurusha should have been Kaya Purvam, right? Because Shashti, the Vibhakti word comes first, relationship, and then the next one comes. But here is a reverse order. So that's why this is a peculiar template. This template says if there is a Ekadeshi word, like Purva, Apara, Adhara, Uttara, Ardha, and these words form a Shashti relationship with the main entity, but you don't form a Shashti Tatpurusha. You reverse it. You make the Purvapadam, Uttarapadam, Purvapadam, because of this is coming under Ekadeshi Samasa. So that's why this is called Ekadeshi Samasa. Okay. Anyway, we'll get into detail when we get into each of them. Then we have Karmadharya. Now Karmadharya itself, as I've given here, I've given all the 9 templates. Okay. So within Karmadharya starts with 9 templates. So the next one you have is Karmadharya. And then we have Madhyama Pada Lopa. I think I don't have space here, but you can all note down if you're noting. There's a Madhyama Pada Lopa after that.
So what is Karmadharya in terms of the pattern?
Into the pattern, Karmadharya just says the 2 words are related, not by Vibhakti. They are related by Prathama Vibhakti only.
I see.
Okay. That's the meaning of the template, Karmadharya. Good question, because we saw in Vibhakti based Samanya Tatpurusha, we are saying there's a Vibhakti relationship starting from Ditiya to Saptami. But if the vibhakti relationship is prathama in both words are in prathama bhakti because they both refer to the same thing, right? There are no two different objects. That's karmadharya. Okay, karmadharya means what? The two words that we're combining are not two different entities. They're referring to the same entity. That's why they're both in prathama bhakti. Okay, then we have madhyama pada lopi samasa, where madhyama pada lopi means actually there are two words related by a word. The relationship should be there, but that relationship word is getting dropped because it is very popular. That's called madhyama pada lopi samasa. Okay, then we have upradi. So all this will come on nang prabriti. Then you have nang prabriti after that. Nang prabriti will, within that nang prabriti you will get nang samasa, ku samasa, pradi tatpurusha, upapada samasas. That's it. Then it goes to bahuvrihi. Bahuvrihi, as you see, has the templates I've given there itself. So that will all be. But as we already know, bahuvrihi is typically broken into samanadikarana and vedikarana. Okay. And then within samanadikarana, you can see multiple templates that we have seen here, and within vedikarana also we have seen multiple templates. Okay, that will be bahuvri samasa. Then we have Avibhava samasa is just, there's only one classification, right? The only templates, what avyams form, only templates vary, so there's only one classification, there's nothing further to that. And then there is dvandva samasa. Dvandva samasa are two types, or in fact three now we saw. One is samahara dvandva, which is a collection. Samahara dvandva. Then we have itaretara dvandva. And then we have ekashesha. Samahara dvandva. Within samahara dvandva, I've said samahara and itaretara. Itaretara and also ekashesha. Correct. Then we have nitya samasas. That's it. We have covered all the templates. So we'll come back to this diagram. So we have seen the template, that is we have seen the classification of the samasas into four, and within that we have seen sub classifications. We have tatpurusha having vibhakti or samanya tatpurusha, which is vibhakti based, ekadeshi, which is basically a portion which is a shashti tatpurusha getting reversed because the word is ekadeshi. We have karmadharya, in which it's not vibhakti related, but both are in prathama bhakti referring to same thing. We have madhyama pada lopi, where the highlight is that there is a middle word expressing relationship between the Purvapadam and Uttarapadam, and that middle word is getting dropped because it's like saying it's very obvious. So obvious that I don't need middle word. Then we have, yeah, who is it? Go ahead. Okay, then we have Nang Prabhrite, because there is Nang Tatpurusha, Ku Samasa, Pradi Tatpurusha, and Upapada Tat, all that is clubbed into one bucket called Nang. But within that also you have those names. Okay, so it keeps on going. So Tatpurusha is actually the one of the 45 templates, probably 25 or something will be Tatpurusha templates only. Around that range, and then Bahuvri will have a few, and then Avibhava will have a few, then Dvandva will have a few. All summing up to 45. Is the subclassifications now done? Clear?
Sir,
When I say
Digu
clear,
falls under what, sir?
Digu also Tatpurusha. Where the
Tatpurusha.
first word is the number.
Correct. Okay. It's also an adjective you're saying.
Should have come here. Why did we miss that? One second. Tatpurusha. Yeah, it's here. After Madhyapada, we have done Vigu. So after Madhyapada, before between these two, we add one Digu also here. Okay. Okay. Good one.
So,
Okay. So we got the classifications clear.
yes, sir. So we have somebody new joining
Now,
us.
okay.
I
Who was joined?
I don't know what's his. I am Dev Roar. What is that?
I am Dev Bro. Who's the person who has joined? Can you introduce?
Namaste.
Yeah, who is it?
Namaste. Yeah, my name is Divya. I just wanted
Okay.
to see if I
Divya, fine.
can understand the samasa.
Good. So Divya has joined. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So now these classifications are clear, everyone? When I say clear, don't worry about the templates. I mean the names, right? We know that Tatpurusha is the one having too many branches, like Vibhakti and Ekadeshi, Karmadharya, Madhyama Badalopi, Dvigu. Each one I have given you a characteristic, right? What is Vibhakti Tatpurusha or Samana Tatpurusha? The two are related by a Vibhakti. Vibhakti between each, right? Vibhakti is what? For to say from, off, by, on, in. All these are what the vibhaktis are going to be used to express, right? Karakam. The two words share that relationship from, off, by, on, in and on. Then it's the Samanya Vibhakti Tatpurush. Ekadeshi, I've told you, a portion of something. Karmadhari, I've told you, there's no Vibhakti relationship. Both of them refer to the same, both are in Prathama Vibhakti because they refer to the same word, same entity. Madhyama Pada Lopi, I told you, two words actually supposed to be a 3-word compound, but middle word is getting dropped because it is somewhat redundant, right? People will understand even without the middle relationship. Then we have Nang Pravrti. I think when we come to that we will see. Then we have in Bahuvri we have Samana Adhikarana Vedikarana. That also I explained last time. Samana Adhikarana means both the words are again in Prathama Bhakti referring to the same thing. Vedikarana means there is a Vibhakti relationship between the two words. Avibhava is a name, as a name suggests, it's some samasa which yields an avya, and also one of the words is avyam. So it requires an avyam to be part of the samasa, and then final output also is avyam. Dvandva is between words where you're just ending it, right? A and B and C you want to say. So that is Dvandva samasa. It can have samahara, which is a collection, itaretara, which means individuals, and ekashesha, which means it's neither a collection or individual. It's like it's a collection of similar things that you actually use the same name. That's a meaning now of each of these classification. Any questions in that?
So Ekasesha, you will explain it when we come to
Yeah.
Dvandva, right? Huh? Okay.
Yeah. This is just to give you a macro view of the entire samasa snapshot, right? Then now we are going to look at each of the 45 templates. When you look at a template, we will again look at the name, why, what is the name there, and what is the template name, and all that. Okay. This picture I'm showing you is an overall view of what is lying in store for us to study, right? All the 45 templates are going to fall under these categories. Right? So let's get into each one of them. The first of these categories we know is Tatpurusha, and within Tatpurusha, Samana Tatpurusha, Vibhakti relation, and within Vibhakti relationship, so we'll start with Dvitiya Vibhakti. So where are we? We are in Tatpurusha. Within Tatpurusha, we are in Vibhakti or Vibhakti, or also called Samanya Tatpurusha. And within that, the first one we are doing is if the Vibhakti relationship is Dvitiya. So this is the first template we're looking at. The order of not popularity. It's the order of natural order, right? If you're looking at Vibhakti relationships, you start with Dvitiya rather than jumping here and there. So we go back and see, look at Dvitiya. So what is Dvitiya Tatpurusha? Going back by the definition, Dvitiya Tatpurusha means the first word is Dvitiya Vibhakti related to second word. By definition, all right? Any Vibhakti Tatpurusha means the first word takes that Vibhakti, and with that Vibhakti, it connects with the second word. Let's do a simple example of Shashti, which is very easy to understand. When you say Ramapatni, all of you know what it means, right? This is very natural in our language. Ramapatni, all of you know what it means?
Ramasya Patni.
Ramasya Patni.
You all know, right? Ramasya Patni, the wife of Rama. So you don't have to always say Ramasya Patni in 2 words. You can compound it and create a new word called Rama Patni. Now, this is an example of a Shashti Tatpurusha. Why is it Shashti Tatpurusha? Because the first word is Ramasya. In Shashti Vibhakti, it's getting connected with Patni. Second word Patni connects with the first word Rama when the first word is in Shashti. So that's a Shashti relationship, the connection between Rama and Patni. This is very important to understand, because if you understand this, then we just have to replace this vibhakti with other vibhaktis to get the different templates. So Ramasya Patni, Rama Patni, why is this Shashti Tatpurusha? Is it clear to everybody, including all, even people, newcomers also? Ramasya Patni, Rama Patni is Shashti Tatpurusha, and why is it Shashti Tatpurusha? Is that part clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, great. Now, if this is clear, this is how everything is going to, all the vibhakti. So instead of Ramasya, you may have Rame, you may have a Saptami vibhakti relationship with the next word. That's how all the templates are going to come. Now, having understood Ramasya Patni, Rama Patni, now we'll jump to Dvitiya Bhakti. If now we have a Dvitiya Bhakti word as a first word, and that is getting connected to the next word, can you make a samasa? The answer is not for every combination, only if. And then we go, Dvitiya is only if the next word is Shrita, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apanna. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exactly specified words. What is Shrita? Shrita means resorted to.
Uttarapada.
What is Uttarapada? Okay, the Uttarapada has to be one of these. By definition of Dvitiya Tatpurusha, what will the Purvapadam be? In which vibhakti?
Ditya
Vidya.
Vibhakti.
Dvitiya Bhakti. As you all know, Shrita, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apanna. Everything is Tanta word, everything is Kartrita. So everything will require a Dvitiya word. When you say Shritaha, I have resorted to. Aham Shritaha means I have resorted to. The question is whom? You have to give the answer in Dvitiya Bhakti. Aham Krishnam Shritaha. I have resorted to Krishna. So Krishnam Shritaha. So Shritaha will expect a Dvitiya word to connect with it. So likewise, Atita. Atita means crossed. Somebody has crossed. Crossed whom? Right? Crossed what? Patita, fell into which area? That also is, that this Patita also is considered a target. What is the destination of your fall? Gata is just gone. What is the destination of the movement? Atyasta is again similar to Atita. Atyasta is again surpassed. Whom did you surpass? Prapta, obtained. What did you obtain? Apanna is again obtained. What did you obtain? Everything has a Dvitiya that is to connect with it. So I'll pause here. This part is clear. Everything requires a Dvitiya.
So that means there's these words, whatever are here, Shuddha, Atita and all that. So whenever these are there, it is only Dvitiya Samasa or Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa, or it can be associated with other samasas also, these words.
It can be associated with elsewhere also, if it fits the other template.
Yeah, okay.
We'll come to that. Whichever template it fits, because remember, Shrita, Atita, they're also Tanta words, right? Correct?
So good question, sir.
I'll just finish that one. Usha's. Hello, Usha.
Yes, Mother.
Yeah, you are aware that Shrita, Atita, but they are all Tanta, right?
Yes.
Now, there could be a template down the line somewhere which says the Purvapadam must be a Tanta or Uttarapadam must be a Tanta, right?
Okay.
Now, if there is a template which says Tanta is required, of course, these guys also can participate there because they are also Tantas.
Okay.
If there is a template which says a Visheshanam is required, an adjective is required, again, these guys can participate because these guys are also adjectives. Okay, so that answers your question, right? So wherever these words come, they can come as part of matching that template, right?
Okay.
But they also match the Dvitiya template to say that they are Uttarapadams which require Dvitiya, and therefore they also match this template. Right?
Okay.
Clear to everyone? Yeah, Hari, now your question.
No, I think I got it. So this is the exact Tanta words. It has to come. Not I can't use the dhatu
correct.
of it and use it. Okay.
Correct. So these are the exact list.
And the apannaihi is also Tanta, sir?
Apanna, it is.
Apan.
The sutra is apannai to say
Oh,
that
I
with
see.
all these words, you can compound. So, apanna, that is also tanta, correct. Apanna is again obtained.
Sir, can I have agataha instead of gataha with upasarga?
Now, we can see that in some cases, like Shrita, I think in case of Shrita, we are also seeing Ashrita as accepted. And in Gata case, we can also see Agata getting accepted. So, you're right. We have just expand that saying for Shrita, it is like Shrita, Ashrita. Gata is Gata, Agata, because the meaning is so related, right? So close. In Ashrita, it doesn't even change. While for Atita, Patita, Atyasta, Prapta, Apanna, it has to be the same. Okay. So they are allowing for Shrita and Gata to go with A also.
Only
Is that
a
fine?
upasarga.
Yeah,
Only a
only
upasarga.
Yeah, correct. So what? It means that the list of Shrita, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apan, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we are just expanding it to 9. I mean, it's not just 9. I mean, this is Parani Sutram. Then we have the next version, right? Version 2.0 by Vartikams. The next Rishi who has come and said that Panini missed some words, so he has added Gamin, Gamin, Bubukshu. So this is called addendum, right? And all of you know about Vartikam. What is Panini Sutram and what is a Vartikam?
No, sir.
Okay, Panini Sutram is Panini's, when Panini has written the grammar, right? He has written the Sutrams, how the grammar is done. But is this complete 100% done? It's like today, like our version, our software, right? It's a first ship product, fine, but it can have a next version, improvised version, maybe fix some issues, fix some small bugs if it is there. So there is a next version of Panini Sutram, and they didn't want to change the Sutram itself, right? If you change the Sutram itself, it makes sense. But since the Sutrams are already by-hearted by people, right? People in those days by-heart the Sutrams, and that's how in memory only all this keeps transmitted. Imagine for generations, people have learned Panini Sutrams by memory, and then somebody says there is an issue and let me correct the Sutram. There will be haywire, right? People have already memorized it. So, what is the neat way they have done? The next rishis who have come and found out there is an issue, neatly they said, fine, you memorize what you are memorized, but I'll give you some addendums, right? So just memorize a bit more rather than modifying the sutram itself. That is called Vartikam. So clear of Vartikam now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So every time we learn a concept, there will always be a Panini Sutram, and there will be most likely there will be a Vartikam, which is called addendum to that Sutram, which is to rectify it further, maybe because Panini missed it, or either he missed it, inadvertently, or maybe he thought that is how the rule should be, but other people decided that that means too many things will go out of grammar, and let's include some words more so that we have more compliance, more works are getting compliant. So either of the two reasons. So is it clear? Now coming back here, so Panini Sutram ends with Shrita Atita Patita Gata Atyasta Prapta Apanna. Then we have Vartikam, which says Gamin Gamin Bubukshu also to be added. I think we will not get into those details because this is introduction to Samasa class where I don't want to get into deep details of the addendums and within that what is that and all. We just get a high level idea. So let's stop at this and say let's focus on these 7 words to start with, and we know that there is an addendum which again is a set of words, right? Now let's see some examples. So we have Chinta Titaha, the first example given. What is Chinta Titaha? Expands to, let's see what does it expand to. When I say expand to, what is the meaning of the entire compound, which actually got now coined into one word called Chinta Titaha? What is the expanded form?
Chintam atitaha.
Chintam. Chinta is the word. Chintam Atitaha. Right? Why do we know it is Chintam? Because that's the definition, right? All the 7 words govern Dvitiya. Chintam Atita. Atita means gone beyond. So somebody who's gone beyond Chinta, which means he has overcome. Basically, he has overcome Chinta. He was suffering. He was Chinta Grastaha before. Aduna Saha Chinta Atitaha. Chintam Atitaha. He has overcome Chinta. So a person who has overcome Chinta, you can, instead of saying Saha Chintam Atitaha, you can compound it and say Saha Chinta Atitaha. So this is the use case of the template Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa. Is it clear?
Yes, Mahodaya.
So clear with, likewise, if you understood Chinta Atita, then what is Kedapannaha? I mean, this is what I've written. Maybe you all also should try something. Let's try one. Chinta Atitaha. Can you give one example from your own mind using Atita only, but varying the Purvapada? Is overcome. So what can someone overcome? Kashtatitaha. Someone can overcome difficulty. Kashtatitaha. Kashtam atita kasht. Who said this?
Samini master.
Oh, okay. What about Usha? Any example from your end?
So what is the meaning of Atita, sir?
Atita, overcome.
Overcome.
Overcome, okay.
Overcame actually, yeah. Past tense.
I think it comes in Trayatitaha, who
Means what?
protect, beyond protection.
No. Overcome. You have to say
Overcome.
this somebody has overcome this. So what can you overcome?
So Marga Tita, does it exist, sir?
Yeah, you can say
I seem
Margam
to
Atita means, yeah, you have crossed the road. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go back to Usha again. Usha and Hari, I would want them to understand this. I'm expecting them examples from them.
So can I say ocean crossing or nadi crossing? Overcoming.
Yeah, you can say overcome. Correct. He overcame the Rogatita is very good. Overcame the disease. Rogam Atita Roga. Bhayatita. Overcame. Correct. Now you understood, right? This is how you use the word Atita and compound. Next is Kedapanna. Apanna is even more easier. Apanna means obtained. Kedapanna is Kedam Apanna. Right? He attained, or you can say attained. So attained Kedam is attained distress, attained dukkam. In fact, dukkam is another word. So dukka apanna you can say. What else can you say? Apanna? Hari and Usha?
Is obtained, is it? Dukkha.
Attained or obtained? Yes. Attained or obtained. Attained also it can be. Or obtained.
Samasa apana.
Samasa apana, attained samasa or obtained samasa. But basically, you can't obtain a samasa. You have to say samasa jnana apanna.
Okay.
You attain the knowledge of samasa. Usha, from your end?
Chinta apanna.
Yeah, he obtained, you can say chinta for
Jnana apanna,
jnana apanna, chinta apanna. Right. So you got it. And I just want to check you got. So you can, even in your mind, you can keep practicing more and more.
Yes, sir.
The next are all again similar. Now that you understood this, Shrita is resorted to. Padma Shrita Lakshmi. Padma Shrita Lakshmi was Lakshmi has resorted to what?
Resorted to Padma.
Padma, lotus.
Yeah.
Lakshmi resorts to lotus, right?
Yes.
So you can call Lakshmi as Padma Shrita. See here, Padma Shrita. Example of Ashrita used rather than Shrita. Where did we pick this up? From the Kalidasa's verse, right? Padma Shrita only it was,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Any of you remember
Yes,
that verse?
The
Padma
Chandram
Shrita or was it
Gata.
Chandram Gata, and then Chandram Gata Padma Gunan Nabhungte Padma Shrita it is, I think, yeah. think so. We'll check that. That's where I think I picked it up from.
Vandeham devam tam shritam taram kalam bhasata.
Oh, I don't have Padma Shrita here. That's not covered as part of our Raksha. Huh?
It is just called shritam.
Okay. Now, what is that? You are saying something? Usha.
So it's a Padmashita is there, sir. Chandram Gata
In that verse?
Padma Gunan Mukta. Yes, sir, yes, sir, that verse. Chandram
That
Gata
verse only
Padma
Padma
Gunan
Shrita, right?
Padmashita Chandravasim Abhikyam.
Yeah. So Padma Shrita I've taken from Kalidasa's Prayoga, and that is the what you say. I highlighted here. That is to say or to highlight the fact that Ashrita is also poets have used rather than just Shrita. Okay. In which case we can actually put an A in brackets here, right? With or without A. So maybe like I can modify this and say brackets here and say something like this, right? A can come or cannot come, right? Here. You understanding what I'm saying, right? Here.
No, sir. No, sir. Can you repeat?
I'm saying I put A in brackets, saying it either could be with A or without A. Shrita or Ashrita.
Sir, no other upsargata like pra and all
Wait.
will not.
Let's see, Usha. No, I want to just Usha. You're clear now.
Yes, sir. So you're telling if I'm taking Padmashrita, so you're telling Padmashrita also is same, Padmashrita also is same.
Yeah, the meaning is same because Shrita and Ashrita is not changing.
Okay.
But strictly speaking, as per Panini's rule, it is Padmashrita, right? But Kalidasa has used Padmashrita, right?
Yeah, correct.
Which means from that we learn that Shrita poets have also taken it to also mean Ashrita.
Okay.
So I have now put A in brackets there. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah. Now, Uma, you're asking something.
So no, pra and all is not accepted.
No, nothing else.
Okay.
Just because we see that Ashrita and Agata in few cases, we just add that. Otherwise, nobody has violated anything else here.
Okay, sir.
Sir, will this be right, sir? Rama Shritam Anjaneyam Aham Vande. Is this valid?
Aham Anjaneyam Vande. And who is what kind of Anjaneya? Rama Shritam, the one who has resorted to Rama.
Okay. Got it.
So Anjaneya could be Ramashritam or Ramashritam, Ramashritah. Like we saw Padmashrita Lakshmi. So the other examples are like that. Sharanagataha Janaha. That we stop it with that. We will not go with Gamin Bubukshu for now. I don't know if that book has it, Usha, then we will do that. Otherwise, we don't have to do that.
No,
We'll
sir,
go with
our
the book.
textbooks are not so, it is very limited.
Yeah.
Is it
That's enough.
Kovida? Is it Kovida?
Kovida, yeah.
They don't have it. Gamin
Fine.
and all
Then
is
that means they assume this is the starting that we need to teach. That's fine. They will, since we are also doing intro to Samasa, we'll stop it. People who are interested can read the entire Kanika, which tells you the further things that can be done in Ditya Samasa. Otherwise, I'll stop and say Ditya Samasa template is done. So you can put one tick mark. 1 out of 45 we have done.
Okay. So here there is no template. It is just these words which are used in Vidya.
No, but why you say there's no template? Template is there. Template is Dvitiyantam word first. Purvapadam has to be a Dvitiya connection, Dvitiya relationship word to the Uttarapadam, which is the fixed list here. That's the template.
Okay. No, I was
You don't have to say there is no template. Template is there.
Okay,
The
okay.
template says X followed by one of these 7.
Okay.
So what is the meaning of Atyasta?
Atyasta is also surpassed.
Okay. So all these are typically just Tanta words.
I have told that already, yes. They are Kartari Tanta words.
Oh, Kartari Tanta, Gatyarthaka. Okay, yeah.
If Buji was there, he would have done that, he would have said that point. I don't think he's there.
Mahodaya, in this, I just have one. I might be jumping the gun. See,
Go
when
ahead.
you were talking about Bahuri, so you told that two words and it means something else. So now this Padmashrita also can't, will you cover it? Why Padmashrita is not a Bahuri when we come to that?
Yesterday's Uma's questions in yesterday's class.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same
yeah.
question.
You got the answer there or you didn't get it?
No, I think now I
Okay.
would understand more. Or
Yeah, more. Now, why is this not Bahuri? Not there's no third person here because a Bahuri template has to have a third complete. See, the two words that you're using has nothing to do with the final meaning. Okay. Example, when I say Dirgha Bahu, right? Now, are you talking about the hands which are long? No.
Okay, we are talking about a person who is got
Yeah.
long hands.
Correct. Now that word, though the person who has this, so the person is a third entity now. So there is a two words already. You're bringing in a third entity and saying this entity has a hand which is long. Okay.
Okay.
Now here it's not the case. In Padma Shrita, there is Ashrita is what? Ashrita is someone who's, I mean, it's already has the meaning of one who has resorted to.
Okay.
What is the relationship between the word Ashrita and a third person? If suppose you say here Lakshmi is the person, right?
Yes.
Here we're saying Lakshmi is not Anyapada, not a different person from the compound. The compound has Ashrita. What is the relationship between Ashrita and Lakshmi? Does she possess it?
No,
No,
she
it's
is
not yes here.
resorted to. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but the word Ashrita and the word Lakshmi are same. It is Lakshmi who is Ashrita.
Okay.
It's not that
So the
she has.
Uttarapada,
It's not she has Ashrita. It's not Ashrita is another entity which she possesses.
so Uttarapada Pradhanyam.
Correct. Usha, is that getting clear?
Yes. Yes. Got it, sir. I know
Whereas
now.
in,
You.
yeah. Whereas in Dirgha Bahu, if I say Dirgha Bahu, what is the relationship between Bahu and a person? Of course, he possesses the Bahu, right, which is long. So he is a possessor. The relationship between the third person and the word in the samasa is that they're not same entity. Okay, there are two different entities. One is possessing the other. There is a vibhakti relationship between the two.
Okay, sir. Got it, sir.
Here, in these non-Bahuvri samasas, there will not be a vibhakti relationship between the other. It will be the same. The Uttara Padam will actually be in the same Prathama Bhakti word only. It's indicating the same person only. The person who's Ashrita only is indicated in the. So it's called Uttara Padam itself is a Pradhan. There's no third entity. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Here it
So
is
that answers.
Padma Ashrita. It is just Dirgha Bahu there.
Ah.
Okay, sir. Got it, sir.
Okay. So that's how the difference between the two templates come out. So can we say we have done one template, which is the Didya Tatpurusha? Right? Which means
Yes, sir.
in our picture, so we have seen Vibhakti, Didya Tatpurusha, we have done. Next is Tritiya. Maybe we'll just do Tritiya and stop for today. So, and then we should have another session because we are doing short, right? We don't want to keep doing 2 hour session on. Getting late in the night also. So we'll do Tritiya Tatpurusha and stop for today. And then have another, maybe next week, another Thursday class or Friday class. We'll continue from this. So likewise, we can keep on doing the templates till we finish all the samasas. Fine? Anything, everyone?
Yes.
Great, sir.
Okay. So Tritiya. Now what is Tritiya? This is where the template becomes more interesting, right? This is where the template is not about fixed words. It's only about a type of word. First, again, within that there are 4 templates, right? 4 possible templates. When I say 4 possible, 4 different rules, 4 different properties of those initial word and final word. But all the 4, nevertheless, will have to have Tritiya relationship with the next word, because otherwise it's not a Tritiya Tatpurusha. So Tritiya Tatpurusha means the first word is related to the next word using Tritiya Vibhakti. Then why do you have four subsets? Because there are different reasons you can put Tritiya Vibhakti for, right? So depending on that, you will find these templates. First one is saying Hetu and Gunavachanam. Hetu and Gunavachanam means you are actually putting Tritiya Vibhakti to a word to say this is the reason, because we know Hetu Tritiya. This is the reason for some adjective. There is an adjective and you want to say etena karanena this adjective. For example, kopena karanena arunam, koparunam. Wait 1 second. Before we even go to Tritiya, right? Remember I said every time you finish a template and put a tick mark, you're also supposed to know what is the yield and what is the type of the word, right? So let's go back to that. So in all this, Dvitiya, Shrita, Atita, Patita, Agata, Agata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apanna. First question, what does it yield? Noun, adjective, or avyam?
Adjective.
Adjective. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
It yields adjective because basically it's not changing the meaning of the given words, and given words are adjectives themselves. So that is clear. It yields adjectives. Next question. If it yields an adjective, then it has to take all the three lingams. What is the three lingam form of all this? Is it a ending or e ending? A ending. Because tanta words are striyam a ending. Right? Clear, everyone?
Clear.
Yes. That's how. I mean, we missed that step. That's how you put a tick and then go to the next one. Every time you finish a template, ask the question: what is it yielding? Right? What word is it yielding of the three? Does it yield a noun, adjective, or avyam? And then you ask if it yields a noun. Further question: is it strilingam, pullingam, or napumsakalingam? If it is a adjective, further question is what happens to strilingam form? Does it take a or e? If it is avyam, you don't have to worry about the next question. You know it yields an avyam. You use it as it is. Clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Next. Now we come to Tritiya Samasa. And the first template, Kopena Arunam, Koparunam. One who is, I mean, not one. It just says red. Red has been qualified with a reason. This is a disturbance, is it? Where? Okay. So the first of the template says, if you're using Tritiya Vibhakti for Hetu, and then the next one, the Hetu, the next word is an adjective for it. That's a relationship. Then you can compound these two. So that's one template. Are we clear now with this template?
Uttarapada is adjective, is it?
Uttarapada is an adjective. Must be an adjective.
So what is this vachana? What purpose does it serve? Sir, hetu guna vachana. What is this vachana?
Gunavachanam is a word used by Panini to say it's an adjective. It gives you a guna. It explains an attribute.
Oh, vachanam as in a word. Okay, not the singular. Okay.
Yeah. Gunavachanam is a word which means adjective.
Okay.
And the whole sutram hetuhu gunavachanena means if there is a hetu that is getting combined with gunavachanam. That's why Panini uses the Tritiya Vibhakti. Say with gunavachanam, if you are compounding the word hetu, then I mean not if he's saying with the word gunavachana, you can combine a word which is a hetu. That's a definition of this template. So back to Usha and Hari. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay. The template here is you can write a template. In fact, if you want to write a template for Tritiya, whatever we did now, within Tritiya there are four sub templates. The first one, if you're writing, I'll probably start it here. Okay. The first one, if you're writing, you can say this will be first word will be hetu, and hetu will always be a noun, right? Hetu, which is always a noun, and followed by an adjective. This is first template in Tritiya.
Sir, now you told this Hetu, you told Kopena Arunam, right?
Aruna.
Aruna. Kopena Aruna. So first one you told noun and second one is an adjective.
Right.
So Kopa is not an adjective?
Kopa is not an adjective. Kopa means anger. Noun. Anger. Kovam, right? Kopaha.
Okay.
Okay. So because it's a reason, the reason has to be something. The reason itself can't be an adjective or anything else, right? So,
Okay, sir.
and I think we did. Okay, you want to try your own template? Give me an example of Tritiya Tatpurusha, which is Hetu Gunavachana template.
Can I say vrushtena sheetalam?
Correct. So
I want to tell
yeah,
cold because of rain.
rain. So Vrishti, that's the reason, and then Sheetala is the adjective, which is cold. Together it means something you're referring. It's an adjective form, right? You can use this adjective to refer to anything for which you want to say it is cold now because of rain. Good, very good example. Vrishti Sheetala, it's called. Vrishtya, it expands to Vrishtya Sheetala. That is Vrishti Sheetala. Good. So we can say you have understood this template.
The Siyam only, no? Top.
We have to ask now question. Even before going to Striyam, first question, what does it yield? Noun, adjective, or avyam?
Adjective you said.
I didn't say for this. We just finished for Ditya only. What will this yield?
Sir, before that, sir, I have one question here, sir.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sir, in this template, this Hetu Guna, I cannot have Bhitaha as the Uttarapadam, no?
You can. Bita is an
Is that an
adjective, which means
exception?
no exception. Bita is an adjective. Bita means someone who is
Sir, if I
fearing,
say
right?
Chora, can I say
Yes.
Chorena
You
Bhita?
can.
Because Bhaya governs Panchami, right?
That's another thing. It governs Panchami is fine. Is it fitting this template? It is fitting this template or not is the question. Now, do you actually write when you write? Do you say Chorena Bitaha?
Chorat Bita.
You don't write. Why is that? Because there is a Karakam rule, right? There's a Karakam rule which says if the Hetu for the Bhayam, if there is a Hetu for Bhayam, then that Hetu gets Panchami Vibhakti.
Sir, could you just repeat? Your voice broke for me, sir. I could not hear.
Now, what I was asking is, you don't write Chorena Bhitaha, right? You write Chorat Bhitaha.
Yes,
Why
sir.
do we
Yes,
do
sir.
that? Because there is a Karakam rule. First of all, Parini says you don't get a Tritiya Vibhakti here because that Bhitaha, that set of words, the Hetu gets Panchami Vibhakti.
Correct.
So, there is no Tritiya Vibhakti relationship. So, it can never come into this step at all. This step is to compound two words that are related by Tritiya Vibhakti.
So the Karakam overrules the template.
No, don't remember that way. Remember that if I'm compounding two words, Purvapadam and Uttarapadam, the first step is, do they share that relationship for which I'm looking for the template, right? This template is saying this is Tritiya Tatpurusha, which means first of all, your Purvapadam must be in Tritiya relation with the Uttarapadam. If not, you can't even come to this template.
No, sir. Taking the Hetu Guna Vachana. So the Hetu is Choraha and the Guna Vachana is Bhitaha.
No. You don't start with Hetu Gunavachana, right? Hetu Gunavachana is a subset. You first start with, is it Tritiya relationship? Tritiya Tatpurusha hai ki nahi? That's what first you look at.
Achha. So that when the moment we see Bhi, then automatically it goes to Panchami and this.
Yeah, it's not Tritiya. The first step, these are all subsets. These are all sub-templates of Tritiya Tatpurusha. Now, first of all, you start with, do I have a Tritiya relationship? If your answer is you have a Tritiya relationship, then you ask a question, okay, now is it Hetu Gunavachana?
Got it, sir. Understood.
Okay. You remember this.
Thank you, sir.
That applies to everything, even Dvitiya Tatpurusha, right? You start with, is there a Dvitiya relationship? And then you say, is this one of these 7 words or not? Every template, same question, right? You start with saying, is that relationship that is meant for that? Then you go to subtypes of within that.
But sir, this is where that this thing falls, sir. Because if you start, is there a Dvitiya relationship? If I say Patita, then Kupe Patita makes more sense than
If it makes
Kupam
more
Patita.
sense, if it Kupe Patita is what your word is, then you cannot come to Dvitiya Tatpurusha.
No, if I say
Getting it?
Bal, Kupa Patitaha Bal, say Kupa Patitam Balakam Pashya. If I say, then Kupa Patitam Balakam Pashya. So that Kupa Patitam will now expand into Kupam Patitam, right, sir?
Right.
But
Or
my
it could
question
even expand. It could also expand to Kupe Patita because there's another template there also. So it could expand to both.
Okay. Then
Now, what did the poet or the writer keep in mind that you can't make out because both are valid? But let's take an example. Let's assume that Kupe Patit Saptami is not valid. Only Dvitiya is going to be valid. Then you can say Kupa. If somebody has written Kupa Patita, his intention was to say Kupam Patita.
But sir, then the question is, where is the Dvitiya relationship here? It is Saptami because
There is no.
proper
There
location.
is no. That starts with the Pat Dhatu also governs Dvitiya. You start with that. Only then that whole thing comes. Otherwise, it can't come.
Okay, Pat Dhatu governs Dvitiya. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Fine.
Also, right, apart from Patati, even the destination can be put in Dvitiya is how the sutram goes, and therefore they're taking that path, which is not like, it just means a movement, right? It falls towards, so
Okay,
it's a different meaning. Yeah, then you can do this. But that principle holds, okay? That Vibhakti relationship must exist by some sutram or some karakam. Then only you can come to the next step.
Fine, sir. Okay. Lot of clutter is getting cleared, sir.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Not only clutter getting cleared, you have to unlearn something and then relearn in this model now. Okay, this is a model. So always ask this first, this next. I mean, keep that in mind. It actually, if you follow this, it'll become very, very clear and simpler to understand. Actually, you not have to.
Yeah, when yesterday Uma asked that question, I couldn't actually appreciate her question. But now, after you told this, I'm able to make more sense.
Good. So it'll become more clarity.
Yes.
More than the clutter, when you say use the word clutter, it's because of the fact that a lot of things we have remembered unstructured. That's what I would say. It's like we remember here, there, but this is like if you put a template to it, a mental model to it, things become very clear. Saying, okay, I just have to remember these 3 things. Everything falls into these 3. It becomes easy for you to remember. Easy, I'm saying, because the thing you have to remember is very less now. Okay, you don't have to carry all the burden. You just have to remember that, okay, this is what I do. Vibhakti relationship Tatpurusha means, first of all, there must be relationship between those 2 words with that Vibhakti as ordained by the Karakam rules, right? First step. If there is no Karakam rule between these 2 to give the Vibhakti, you can't even compound. Don't even come to compounding them. You think of compounding them, first of all, if you're seeing that they share that Vibhakti. Then the next step is, even though they share that Vibhakti, you still can't compound unless there is a template that allows you within that Vibhakti. Look for the templates that are valid within that Vibhakti. That's how you go step by step.
Okay, sir. Got it, sir. Now it's clear.
Great. So now we have done Hetu Gunavachana, one of the 4 within Tritiya, but I think we can stop here because we are running out of time. And also it's like we are learning templates. So we have covered one more template, though Tritiya Samasa is still not completed because that's a group of templates. Remember, Tritiya Samasa is just a name given to a set of templates. Like that, all like Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, everything is set templates given that name. But if you go template wise, we can clearly say today we have covered 2 templates. What are they? First template is Dvitiya Tatpurusha. It is any word having a Dvitiya relationship with any of these 7 words, you can compound. Second, we learnt Tritiya Tatpurusha. Within Tritiya Tatpurusha, we said if the Tritiya Vibhakti has been put between to a word because it is a reason and the next word is a adjective to it, and that is the reason you have put Tritiya Vibhakti there. As per the Karakam rule, then you can also compound it. That is Hetu Gunavachanena.
So this gives rise to
the-
adjectives also.
What does it yield? Because we finish a template, we have to know what this template yields. All of you clear? This template yields an adjective because it's anyway ending with the adjective, and that is the meaning of the word. Uttarapada
Yes, sir.
pradhana. So it ends with an adjective, and the meaning of this compound also is adjective. Vrishti Shitala. If you take any object, let's say you take a stone, take a stone saying what? Shilakhandaha. Esha Shilakhandaha Vrishti Shitala. Call this Vrishti Shitala is same as calling it Shitala. The meaning of Vrishti Shitala is same as Shitala, right? Just that it's having extra information that it is due to Vrishti it is Shitala, but still the whole compound still means cold.
Yes, sir.
So it reduces to the Uttarapadam. That's why it's called Uttarapada Pradhana. Every compound, how many ever words, even if you have a 300 word compound, right? Finally, in a sentence, it has to reduce to one word syntactically. I think there's another concept in Samasa which I haven't covered in the previous
Yes,
class.
I mentioned this somewhere.
But I think this is another point all of us to have to remember. A Samasa can be a long Samasa, right? In a sentence. It should still validly be getting replaced by just one word, and the sentence still should make sense. This is
Yes,
what I
sir.
call this. Yeah, this is what I call as reducing a long compound to one word of it, which is called the pradhana word of it. And the sentence will, with that reduction, the sentence will still make syntactically correct reading and semantically correct reading.
will it be always the Uttarapada which will be the
No, it will not be always Uttarapadam. In templates where Uttarapadam is the pradhanam, it will be Uttarapadam. For example, in this template, it is Uttarapadam. In the first template we read also is Uttarapadam.
Okay.
So let's note down, every time we finish reading a template, not only we ask, does it yield noun, adjective, adverb, and all that thing, and also we'll ask, what is the pradhanam? Right?
Okay.
What is the meaning of it? Which word is the pradhana in that? What can I reduce in a sentence containing Vrishti Shitala? If you remove Vrishti and say Shitala, its sentence still makes sense. Just that it is missing some information, that's fine. But grammatically and syntactically, it will make sense.
Okay. So this being an adjective, so I can decline it in all the three lingas.
All the three. Because this is an adjective, you come to next question. Therefore, I can decline in all the three. Therefore, what is this three form? Should I make any change? Now, what is three form for this?
Shitala.
So, can you say this three form will be are always?
No.
No. So, what do you say this? How do you say what is this three form for this template?
Sir,
Not
you
up.
Huh? So, for this template, if you ask the question, since this template yields an adjective, what is this three form? Is it are or e?
Should go by the Vrishti. No, it doesn't.
No. It's very simple answer.
Ah,
What is the answer?
top, sir.
No.
The top, sir.
No. This template does not say resultant adjective has to be made three in top. No. I can give an example of neep also. The word Shitala, it is top. But the template says Hetu with Gunavachana. So as per the template, what is this three form?
So if it is like if it is
top, then top. If adjective is neep, it's neep, sir.
That is it. So the answer is whether it is taking top or neep is as per the adjective.
as the if it's Sundara, then it becomes Sundari.
Yeah. So this template just tells you that it ends in adjective and it is Uttarapada Pradhana, and top or neep is as per the adjective you used. Same rule of
Okay,
the same adjective, the same top neep will apply. Right? That's how you should answer. It's not top always, right?
Correct. So you can say Bhushana Sundaraha or Bhushana Sundari.
Correct. So what does this template yield? Adjective. Then the question whether how do I change this in this template? How do I change it to top or ngip? Answer is change top or ngip as per the last word. That's the answer.
Very good, sir.
Because I'll tell you why we need to learn this way. Because then you'll see somewhere down the line there's another template which says doesn't matter what the last word is, this is how you should do, right? So that's why we're learning it this manner.
Sir, for
That's why I'm associating this with the template. Now this template tells you that it ends in an adjective, and that is the meaning that adjective, that gunavachanam is the uttarapada pradhanam, and the strilingam rule also is as per the uttarapadam. All that is attached to the template, because every template we'll have to do this, because somewhere suddenly you'll find some 2-3 templates, this will change. If you remember it this way, it is very neat, right? In your mind, it's like, okay, template by template, it'll apply. Otherwise, you will get very, very confused later as to whether you put top or knee, because then people discuss, right? Should I put top here or knee? First of all, you don't know. Then even if you make it, somebody say this is wrong. You're actually putting in a bahurihi. This is anupasar. These are people will teach different, and then your mind will get cluttered saying, oh, if it is bahurihi, I should not look at the rule or top knee or and all that. Forget all that. Just say each template. Let me learn template by template how the adjective is going to be. Fine. Clear so far, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This was very good, sir.
Okay. I think then we'll wind up today with this. So we know where we are. Tritiya Samasa's first template we have done.
So one question, sir. If everything is done, sir, I have one question.
Go ahead. Yeah, we have done. Go ahead.
So can you just share that Dvitiya Kanika, sir? So there, sir, you have that Bhagavad Dikshuhu, Anna Bubukshuhu. So this template is valid for all Sanantaha.
Since you're asking that, the Vartikam finally adds Gamin Bubukshu. Since he has added Bubukshu, we assume only that Sanadi, that Upratya of only Bubukshu is to be added. That is what this Vartikam person meant. Now, later, we are seeing that Bubukshu Padaihi Tat Prakarani Api Prayaha Upalakshitani, because Bhagavad Didrukshuhu is found in Narayaniyam. Okay. In Narayaniyam, I came across the word Bhagavad Didrukshuhu, means somebody who is wishing to see Bhagavan, right? Bhagavantam Didrukshuhu. So, as per rule so far, Bhagavad Didrukshu cannot be compounded. You should say Bhagavantam Didrukshuhu only. But since he has used Bhagavad Didrukshu, he has compounded. And how can he compound Dvitiya with this? The only explanation can be because he has taken Didrukshu to be like Bubukshu. And therefore, Dhanalipsu, I've seen Dhanalipsu used somewhere. So, the conclusion is there are poets who have taken Bubukshu to be generalized to any U ending, U ending sun plus U pratyam.
But sir, if I say Dhanalipsa, then it goes to Shashti, Dhanasya Lipsa.
That's different, yeah. That's the different template, yeah. It will not come here at all, correct.
Okay. So it is specifically, as you said, for U ending.
Yeah, U ending, sun pratya U ending, right? Sun plus U.
Okay. Very interesting, sir.
Yeah. Because we didn't cover that part, I didn't cover it. But since you asked it, I'm saying for other people, you can just ignore, because for beginners, we are just saying we'll focus on the 7 words only. This is coming as the 9th word. And the question was, should the 9th word be again exactly the same word, or can we go by template? The answer seems to be template, looking at some compounds that are used. See, this is another reason. See, we are forming these kanikas as we learn from the verses, right? So, in fact, you'll never find this. The kanika I've written, you'll never find this in any grammar book explained this way. They'll all go by the book. They will just stop it saying Gamin Bubukshu. That's it. With that, you will never understand how Bhagavad Didrukshu even became valid in Narayaniyam. Correct? So, my aim in this, in documenting this kanika, is to say, let's not go by the actual grammar written by Panini. Let's go by what we are encountering by poets Therefore, we are adding that explanation also in this, so that if you read these kanikas, we are actually getting more practical. We are understanding the rules even
Definitely,
better.
sir.
Because, yeah.
So as so actually each of these kanika is worth committing to memory. Actually, should
Yes.
take the effort to just mug up these kanikas. It's that it's
That,
worth
yeah,
memorizing each
correct.
kanika.
And if somebody says, I'm saying, even if I'm planning to publish this Kanika, somebody says, what different is this from, let's say, there are hundreds of books already people have written on Panini Sutram. Huh? The USP we can say is this: every grammar book you read will only cover what Panini said and what Vartikam said and stop. This is like more like a practical grammar.
Yes,
This is
sir.
like a grammar that says you will find explanations for certain usages that people have done which you don't know where to put it. So we are actually putting it there in the right places, and this is like a practical grammar. You read this and understand, you can understand any verse. That's what we are
Yes.
going towards. Yeah, good.
And so we can envisage, I mean, we can understand the efforts you have put in, because we ask so many questions and all those things are already there in the Kanikas.
Correct.
Which,
So many questions you asked is already
because
there, which means
yeah,
we've
I mean,
encountered these
something.
questions already and we have answered it already. You're right.
Yeah, because earlier when I saw this Kanika earlier thing, I thought this is something, and I used to search in Google to see if this is there. I never used to find it at all.
Even now, runtime, as we speak, you notice that we modified the Dvitiya Kanika. We added this A there, right? Ashrita Agata, right? But you'll never find this in any grammar. Every grammar book will list those 7 words only. Okay, they will not list this. That's all. They'll just, and then you learn that, and then when you see Padmashrita by Kalidasa, you will be wondering, how is Padmashrita correct? Then you have no answer to it. So what we are learning is we are just taking the and modifying it and saying, this is what Panini is saying, but we are finding this. So put together, this is what we understand. Okay. So everything we are doing in this Kanika is based on Panini Sutram plus Vartikam plus the Kavi Prayoga all put together in one place. We are looking at the rules.
But actually, I'm scared now, Mahodaya, because now Padmashrita, probably if I had read Padmashrita somewhere, I wouldn't have found the difference that it is Padmashrita, Padmashrita. So now when you ask, I should be careful. Now that you
You
have
should be
taught me,
careful.
now I should be very
Right.
careful.
Now,
Yes.
in fact, now you know, if you know that these are the 7 words, if you encounter an 8th word, eighth word, Dvitiya Samasa, you should ask the question. In fact, it's the other way around. Whenever you encounter Samasa now, right? Every time you encounter Samasa, you're supposed to ask which of the templates is it fitting that I learned, right? If not, then you ask the question, how is it correct? That's how, I mean, everybody is doing in the class, right? Everybody asks the question, what is the template here? I'm not understanding how it fits. You should start asking. Suppose you see a Dvitiya Tatpurusha happening, you ask the question, is it one of the 7? If not, then how come this is a Dvitiya Tatpurusha? Now slowly you start, then you will realize, you'll get to it.
Okay.
Sir, one more question, not related immediately to this class. So this Kappagatyaya which you have mentioned for Bahuvrihi, is it Kappagatyaya is limited to Bahuvrihi, or is it also added to Dvandva?
Cup is limited to Bahuri only.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, then without delaying further, because our aim was to start early and finish early so that people can go to bed and have their regular day tomorrow. We'll stop here and maybe we can keep this. Next Thursday again we'll meet.
Sure.
Or maybe, are you okay if in the Saturday class itself we do this itself continue? Pause the verses for a while so we can use that slot also.
Yes, sir, because I think Buchi was mentioning that it's difficult for him to join on weekdays, he would prefer on weekends.
Okay. Then we can probably this Saturday again continue from here. But we
Yes,
have
sir,
that
yes, sir.
interesting verse pending. There is an interesting verse pending, no? That reverse reading giving Krishna's meaning is pending. I don't know which we can do. Or maybe this Saturday we'll spend on Samasa and shift that to next Saturday.
Yes, sir, we can pause it, sir.
Yeah, we'll pause it. We'll do this
Because
more.
our own understanding will be better. I mean, the
Yeah,
verse
it'll be better.
understanding will be better if we are much more clearer with the samasa. Otherwise, it will just remain as like, okay, you say the template and we say, okay.
Great. So I think good. All of agree, right? We will in Saturday's class we will pause the verse and we'll continue this samasa itself. Fine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine with
Yes,
everyone.
sir.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
In fact, we will get nice. Saturday will take 1.5 hours. We will get. I think we'll make a lot of progress that day. We'll cover more templates.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So it will
When
be
we-
at 9 or 9:30, sir?
Saturday is typically 9:30. You wanna make Saturday also as 9 this time? We'll start and try and see. How are you guys?
I'm okay. We should see Hari or
Yeah, I'm okay.
Or we'll keep it 9:30. I think we have kept it Saturday is 9:30. That's become. We'll keep it right now 9:30 itself. This Saturday.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine, sir. Fine, sir.
Okay. Fine.
धन्यवाद सर राम
साधयामः तर्हि धन्यवादः
Thank
पुनर्मिलामः
much.
ధన్యవాదాలు
Bye.
శుభరాత్రి
Yeah, शुभरात्रि.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
Okay.